searching the dark side of the mountain. Through my bones and hair and blood, words rise and cold snatched from my mouth to sink them into the cold black mud.
How you doing, everybody? My name is Scott, and my pronouns are he, him, and this is Elixir. I was going into the wrong game. Welcome to Old Gods of Appalachia, and tonight's episode is the happy family. Of course, after last week's, and of course it had to be about the happy family. You can follow us everywhere at ZealZaddy, except TikTok, which is ZealZaddy RPG. Check out our D&D and Cypher System supplements that we have put on Drive-Thru RPG. You can find them just by looking up at ZealZaddy once again. And for your information, you may use the clip command, and you can help us get clips of some of the more interesting, more fun parts of the show by using !clip, and we'll get a clip of that section. The opening and closing music is by OBP Musical. It was composed by Nico Rhodes and sung by Melody McClellan. Yeah, that's a hard one to say. And the game Old Gods of Appalachia was created by Monte Cook Games. For your information, Old Gods of Appalachia is a horror campaign that contains material not suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. So welcome back, family. When your blood is in danger, fear tears at your throat. It tries to squeeze the life out of you to keep you still. If you catch a breath, the potency of the fear fades. But what comes after? Fear gives you the power to fight back, and it's exhausting. Anybody who's ever been to war knows how exhausting fear can be. But maintaining that energy for long is just not possible. And fear likes to layer onto more fears to weaken your resolve and push you down, 6 feet down preferably. And if not you, it'll happily take another at your stead. So why don't we join our group, have them come in and say who they are, where they can be found. Why don't we start then with Albie?
Albie?
Why not Albie?
What's up, travelers? I'm Morgan with Mindflay Mondays. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me on social media everywhere except on Twitter at Mindflay Mondays. On Twitter, it's just at Mindflay Mon. I'm the founder of Mindflay Mondays. It's a website where you can hire myself or some of my amazing colleagues who run games for you and your friends. So check us out. Beyond Pro DMing, I also have content on the DMs Guild, so feel free to check that stuff out if you get a chance. We also have apparel on Redbubble. Thank you, Tiffany. Twitch and Amazon. So I'm trying to think here. It's really all I got going on personally. In this game, I'm playing Albie Duty, and he is a veteran returned from war to find that pretty much everybody except for his youngest sister have all died while he was gone. And now he's finding out that his sister might be playing with things that she shouldn't be. So he's a little upset at the moment.
You shan't play with a haint.
You shan't play with a haint. That's right.
All right, Zebediah.
Hello, everybody. My name is Blake. Go by he, him. And I guess I play as Zebediah Allen, the son of a preacher who, never really believed, and then things happened, and he recently just got possessed. So that's, spirits are definitely really real, which is terrifying. But he's got a good group, so at least he feels somewhat safe. But yeah, he's still trying to figure out his place in the world and trying to what these spirits and what all of it really means. But yeah.
All right.
That is Obadiah.
Gus.
Hello. I'm Michael. On the socials, you can find me at RoboSardi. I do art and animation, but today I'll be playing Angus Bell, one of the oldest people here in Guilty Hall, and looking to straighten out these wayward kids.
Probably will work too. Kids always listen to their elders.
All they need is a quick whack to the skull.
And Ashley.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Natalie. I use she, they pronouns. Find me most places on the internet with Ghost Candle or Ghostly Candle on Twitch and YouTube. Artist, Friday streamer, all the fun stuff. So follow for all the things I do. But tonight I am playing Ashley Crane. He, him, sort of that stoic, mysterious outsider came to town in the past 5 years. He just likes to get things done.
All right. And Thea.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. I play Theodosia. She was a member of the Wooden family and was tossed out. Not really knowing why. Now she's living with Angus Bell. And she's learning how to be a grown-up real quick. And myself, Tiffany, I run my own campaign called Dungeon Damsels. Michael is actually a player in it. So if you would like to check that out, we're on YouTube and podcast form. And I'm really excited to play with this group. We got really, really good RPers here.
In the frozen fields where winter's breath tightens its grip, there lies an unsettling truth. Fear hasn't woven its roots deep into the kids of Guilty Hole. Curiosity has. The now serene landscape stands as apprehension eclipsed by an intangible fear. It permeates the air, a chilling acknowledgement that fear has become the unseen architect by taking a backseat to mindful interest in family. Family that has passed on. Every snowflake, every gust of wind could be a harbinger. In this cold grip land, lack of fear is as undeniable as the frost, reigning with an authority that leaves hearts frozen in trepidation. Our friends now are in the field by the cemetery. A couple of kids that have been chased off, a couple of kids here with their realization and knowing that kids that have no fear don't live very long. What are you doing?
Well, thanks again, Thea, for passing me up. I mean, head still hurts a little bit, but a lot better than me and Dad. So thank you.
Well, you're welcome. I mean, I shan't be leaving you wounded like that. She looks just really concerned about what they've discovered. What do you suppose we should do now? We got all these sticks running about, being made.
Oh, we have the candles too. I forgot. We have all these. Forgot we had everyone give each other the candles.
Well,
Here's the
Albie, your closest kin is involved with this. I think we should probably nip it in the bud.
Should we rest first and then maybe go talk to her? Like get a. I know I'm a little tired. We can go now, but.
No, I think a good rest would be good for all of us, but gives us time to think. Because right now, if I go confront my sister, I might say some things that ain't going to help the situation.
You also remember that Auntie Pavati was visited by one of the other girls who had apparently made the list.
Yeah, Gabe's sister.
Yeah, Gabe's sister is also. We should probably go check on Gabe's auntie.
Mm-hmm.
True. Yeah.
Check on her.
And then go and get some rest. All as well.
I'm very much obliged to that.
And if we all want to, maybe we can all, I don't know, get some hire some together. I mean, I know everyone's probably busy and stuff. We know important things going on, but I don't know if Views wants to, that's fine. But yeah, he just awkwardly starts walking towards the house. He's like, forget it. So I'm just gonna start walking towards the house. And I don't even know where I have an inability in direction, so I'm gonna walk in the wrong direction because I don't know like
Zeb,
I'm good at directions.
Angus?
Zebediah.
Zebediah, that's the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Oh,
Times this
my
way.
head hurts. That's why. My
Yeah,
head
of
kinda
course.
hurts
You're a bit,
already.
of course, you'd be a bit discombobulated at this point.
Zeb like looks. Sorry. Gus looks confused as like Zeb like says all that and is like, "Did getting possessed make him hungry?"
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah, I say that out loud.
I mean,
I think time made him hungry.
Well, I can't speak for him, but I know when I speak to the Haints, it makes me hungry. So
it's a lot of energy to put forth. You gotta take it back. And what better way to take it back than a sweet slice of pie?
Oh,
or a shot of whiskey.
that's more my language.
Well, I suppose we're going to the Black Rabbit then.
Well, we're gonna stop by the
In Pavati, right?
And Pavati first.
yes, Pavati first, right? And then
Well, there's two directions you could go. If you're trying to get to town, you could get to town faster than Aunt Pavati's because it is due west. Aunt Pavati's is southwest and quite a bit more around because you gotta follow around on the tracks for quite a bit too. So either way you could go, but town is probably half as far from Aunt Pavati's, who does not
I
live
think
in town.
Pavati just because I want to make sure that she's okay. So I feel like that's like no matter what.
Maybe
I
grab
think
its
ready.
charm or something too. If everything's fine.
Can't hurt.
She is with Ken. But we should just double check
Because we don't know we don't know if she's possessed too though, right? Because she might be. So
I think she's probably the least likely to be possessed with her expertise.
No, not Auntie. Gabe's sister. That's there.
She was on the
Gabe's
list.
sister is with Aunt Pavati.
yeah.
Right. We left Aunt Pavati a little tired, a little worse for wear. So, we could always stop by, grab some pie to go. Maybe act like we're going there with pie. Like, hey, thank you for what you did earlier. That way, we don't bring up any suspicion. That could be a good idea.
Dang,
show
that's-
up again.
Wow.
I think that's a good idea.
That's really good at okay.
That's
yeah.
real smart, man.
Yeah. So let's go pick up some pie, then go by Aunt Pavati.
See what Clearhead thinking does. I'll be like you're a smart man. See, you don't need other stuff that just clouds it.
And you get to town after quite a bit of a hike through the fields and having to slide across the frozen over creek, climbing up the embankment across the railroad tracks, right by the train station, as a matter of fact. So Ashley, of course, well, he knows this area like the back of his hand. As you're coming out of the train station, Thea, you see Lexi coming up the road. She looks like she's looking around for something.
I call out to her, Lexi.
Oh, there you are, Thea. Oh my gosh,
know.
I was looking for you. Boy, you're with a lot of people today. These are the same people that helped you.
Well, let's just say we have common interests. What you looking for me for?
And she looks around like nervously. I got you something.
Oh,
Where are y'all going?
we're going to the Black Rabbit.
I want to go.
Sure, I don't see why not.
You're getting some lunch. Actually, it's late. It's early evening. You're getting some dinner.
We're getting pie at least.
Oh my
At least they are.
gosh.
Let's just say that we're plumb tired and got a hankering for a little bit of a sweet tooth.
Well, yeah, I get that. I always got a sweet tooth.
Me too.
And she takes your arm, like goes arm in arm with you, Thea, as you walk.
Yeah.
I got some money for you.
Whoa, where'd you find it?
And she's trying to make sure that no one else hears this, but she's not very good at quietness. It's definitely not a trait. I found out there are some loose floorboards all over the house, and I have been able to pull together $60.26 for you. I mean, it's this is getting you on the way to being where you ought to be. Heck, you could buy everybody's pie tonight if you wanted. Actually, don't do that. You need to save your money, probably, right?
Well, I can certainly buy myself some actual pie. I didn't think I was going to get any tonight, to be honest.
And she slips some money to you. She slips it into your hand, thinking it's like sly, and it's totally
Totally
unsly.
not.
In fact, she probably dropped some of the coins and stuff. oh, darn it.
Lexi.
Sorry about that, folks. She's like picking through the snow trying to find a coin or two.
Yeah.
Does your sister want to come get pie? And by the way, I'll get you your pie tonight as well. There.
Oh, don't let me forget to get flour. Mama wanted me to get some flour. Oh my gosh, they're going to be closed. Well, I'm going to tell her they were already closed.
Maybe the black rabbit will part with some flour for you.
Oh, maybe. Oh,
Yeah,
maybe.
they make plenty of pies. I don't see why they can part with some flour.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of friends with the what's the young man's name who works there? Scott, I forget.
Oh,
The
sir
French
with an
speaks French.
M.
Michard.
Mishard, yeah. Yeah, and I know Mishard there. Hopefully he seems pretty nice, so
Oh. I look at Lexi. It's like,
And she
is
is
this Mishad?
she is a light.
Hmm?
He asked me to go meet his mama for tomorrow for lunch. I think I'm gonna go.
I said to Ashley really quiet, that's why he was dressing up so much. You remember how Mishard was looking all sharp? That's why.
And she looks at all, oh boy, y'all look like a bunch of ragamuffins. Something happened to y'all?
That's my nice way.
Well, we ran into.
There's a reason why we're plumb tired.
Oh, and you get to the restaurant as you're talking.
Before we go in, Lexi, I'm going to buy you some pie, and I'll even cover the flour, but I have a question for you. And it stays between us. What do you know about the silent ones?
I don't know nothing about no silent ones. What is that?
That's what they were called, right? That's what I wrote down. I thought, yeah, okay.
The silent ones.
All right. Do you ever see my sister
No.
doing the same stuff you were doing the other day? Leanne, you know Leanne? Have you seen her doing it?
I have not seen her doing. I don't think I ever really hung out with Leanne.
No, that's okay. I was just wondering because we're trying to figure out who's all doing this stuff so we can try to make sure what happened to you don't happen to no one else.
This whole conversation feels like you're talking in Greek to me.
No worries. Let's go get you some pie and some flour.
Excellent. And she whispers back to Thea. She looks back over. She's always looking over her shoulder to see if y'all are listening. And she's like, "Paul's coming to town tomorrow. By the way, you may want to not be,
May want to make myself scarce.
Yeah, he's going up to see one of the big wigs or something for the mine. I think.
Yep.
I think
Thanks for telling me.
idols or something. You may want to. So. Oh, maybe you ought to come with me when I go to meet Mishard's mom and pa. I mean, not with me, maybe.
Like an escort?
No, that would. Oh, you know what? An escort would probably look very proper. Don't you think an escort would look proper?
Well, certainly, yeah. That's why I said escort.
I mean, if I'm being courted, am I being courted? If I'm being courted, I need to have an escort to make sure that this boy is on his manners.
Rightly so.
I got to show you what he gave me, by the way. Oh my gosh, you're gonna love it. I'll show you at the restaurant.
All right. Well,
He's
let's
so
go
chic,
inside.
He's French.
Oh, I'm sure he's quite charming.
You all sit. You get in the restaurant, and the owners are, and you see Michard over there working. Oh, hello. Oh,
I'll call.
and his eyes light up. There are gonna be six of you, 6 of y'all.
That's right.
Let me get you a table. And he grabs 6 menus, and his smile just goes ear to ear as he's getting his stuff. You're gonna get the big table here, right by the window. It's the nicest table we got. Everybody knows it's the nicest table.
Oh, well, thank you.
I'm gonna say in branch to him. Oh, so what's that big smile? Who's that big smile for, Bashard? Who you happy to see?
Y'all are my favorite customers. You always like your pie, and I love pie too.
Mm-hmm.
Scott,
Thank you kindly.
What?
Scott, I just want to point out, Albie's going to sit to where he can see the door and out the window, so he can kind of keep his back from.
Okay, so you
people being able to
slide
walk in.
into the booth deepest.
Yeah.
And then Scott, I'm not sure if you saw, but Grimm might be here in a little bit.
Yeah. Just message him as soon as he's here. Let me know, and we'll go to a break for a few
We'll do.
minutes.
She said about 5 minutes. I'll
Bring
let you know. I got eyes on it.
Yeah. So you sit down, and she tries to sit. She ends up sitting. Lexi ends up sitting across from Albie, and Thea, you end up sitting next to her, and the rest of you fill in around that.
Mhm.
And she goes, reach in my pocket right here.
Okay, I like just slide my hand over.
And there's a little box in there. Make me a perception check.
Uh-oh.
That's a
Kinda
one. I
Oh,
guess
so
I
that's
drop it on the floor.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you
That's not
you
good.
pull it out by accident, and it drops on the floor, and there's a pack of cigarettes, and a couple of cigarettes fall out, and she scoops them up. Oh my gosh. Can I get a perception check from the people on that side, which would be, I think it would be, which would it be, Ashley or Gus? How about Ashley?
All right.
You're on that side. You may have had a chance to see what these things fall out.
See if I've been paying attention. 11.
Yeah, no, she scoops them up before anyone sees. They're Gaulois. Those are French cigarettes. He had them hidden, and he even gave me matches. Oh my gosh! Later, you and me, we can smoke. I ain't never smoked. I don't know what. I bet they taste amazing because everybody uses them. So they probably taste like fruit juice or something fun, something nice like that. I bet. They smell nice a lot.
I don't think it's gonna be like fruit juice, but
Has Thea ever smoked a cigarette?
I don't think she has.
All right.
Unless their dad smoked. Does he smoke? It depends on if
the
well,
dad
here's the
smoked.
question.
The mom smoked also.
Is smoking in this universe unladylike?
Oh no, not at all. Especially not into the area we're heading into now.
Okay, so it's fine for women to like smoke. No one would care.
Yeah, no.
Okay, then she probably has actually snuck a few.
Yeah, they don't taste like fruit juice.
They don't taste like fruit juice.
If only.
And you gotta be careful on how much you inhale. Otherwise you're coughing up. So
Man, we'll
go slow.
I saw a Marlboro ad said their red tips match your pretty lips, so I know that like they're made to be genteel to women's lips, and they will be kind to mine.
Well, they do make you look mighty fancy, not gonna lie.
I like that.
Though they are also mighty expensive. But I suppose it doesn't matter for you.
Everyone that's anyone smokes.
So I look at the table and I'm like, do any of these men smoke?
I don't know. Do any of you
say
smoke?
that.
Albie has one lit almost all the time.
Right.
It's true. It's true.
Do any of the others
you-
smoke?
Yeah, as you
I
turn
used
to,
but
you
I
go.
was gonna say I used to, but then I got the switch a couple times because Mom didn't like that, so I don't anymore.
Y'all are sitting around the table, and Thea had picked up the pack, and she slips a couple of them inside your hand. Thea says, you can keep these if you want. And she reaches in and she tips a few of the matchsticks into your pocket too.
Well, thank you.
Oh no, we started a smoker in the chat. Darn it, I didn't want to turn somebody into a smoker.
That's what happens.
I ain't no shill, just reciting actual ads from 1918. That was very astute of our Grimm of our Lieutenant Gabriel Henry Crow to realize that was an actual ad that I said.
Gabriel, you've been so quiet this evening and everything. I mean, I know we got back from some wild stuff that happened, but you okay?
Yeah, I look over to Thea's sister. Just dealing with some news, Zebediah, that's all.
Yeah, well, nothing like, I'm sure this news will get sorted sooner rather than later, though. So I'm sure this news will be looked into soon.
Post
really
haste.
soon. So. And then I'll order some pies from a shop, so I'll get some pies ordered. But what's everyone get some pie, right? I mean, maybe some coffee because it might be a late evening. So
Lexi says,
point everybody.
I'll have the do we have cherry pie? Michard's like, yeah, of course we got cherry pie. If you want cherry pie, that's what you get. What about you, Thea? Michard says.
Oh, do you have a recommendation?
I think that the cherry pie is very good, but also the pecan pie, although I don't know if the pecans are in season right now. I don't think they are.
Pie?
Hold on. Let me go find out what pies we got. He comes back. Well, we got some apple pie. I don't know how because they're not in season, but he says those things last forever. You can use those things for half a year and they're still okay. Some cherry pies. Got some, what was that pie you said last week, Grimm?
That we had.
Mince pie.
Yeah.
Mince pie.
Mince pie.
Mince pie.
And there's some mixed berries. Probably mostly blackberries, if you ask me.
I think I'll have a blackberry pie.
Blackberry pie, okay. What about the rest of y'all?
I'll have apple
I'll
pie.
take.
He takes down.
Yeah, I'm over.
I'll be right back then. Oh, anything to drink?
A coffee would be
I'll
most
take a coffee
appreciative.
too. Yeah.
I'll just bring
Yeah,
a pot.
I'll take some coffee.
There's a bunch
Yeah.
of y'all. I'll just have them make you a pot.
Yeah.
He goes
Look
back.
at
he goes
actually
away.
like, you're gonna spot me right again. You can put that on my tab right. Actually, I'll get back to you on it. I will.
I did rough you up a little bit when you got that bit of possession, so I'm happy to cover you.
It's okay.
It's on me
I
tonight.
mean,
It's on me. All of it's on me.
Oh,
Well,
okay. Well, that's
it's kind of you.
mighty kind of
Thank you
okay.
kindly.
Thank you.
Hey,
Yeah. What's the point of having the resources if you don't get to spend it among people you cherish? So let's go ahead and get this done.
And he brings over pies and a big pot of coffee and cups with all the things you need to make the coffee the way you like.
I need to make this an Irish coffee.
nope.
Oh, I don't know how to make. Let me ask you.
Oh no, don't worry about that. We'll take care of that at the table. It's okay.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right,
Greg.
all
You know,
right.
I let Greg. Gabe, I left my my flask at home. So
Yeah, and you said you was quitting, so I thought that little bit you had
I never
earlier
said I
all
was
you
quitting.
wanted.
I said I was stopping for the day, but the day is
Well.
over. It is now evening. So
Is that the logic we're using? All right, Alvin.
And you get through
Just
your
a little.
meal
I mean,
with pie emptied out, a few cigarettes between everyone that is interested. Coffee just pours till you're done, till you empty that pot out. And Michard brings the check.
Gabriel
Before we go-
takes out.
We did order.
Did we order a pie for your auntie? What kind of pie your auntie like? We need to order that.
Oh, give me a bit of a mince packed up in a poke for me real quick.
Okay.
oh, in my shop, can we get some flour too? Do you have any
Yeah.
flour for the missus here?
They have a general. They
I
have a
point to
general
his
store.
sister.
I think the general store closed at the moment, ain't it?
Oh,
So I take out an extra $1.
Yeah, I think we got flour.
And
I think you'll have.
there
flour
we
for
go.
that.
Thank you kindly.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Place that on top.
He goes in the bag. He comes out a big poke of flour, wrapped up nicely with tape and everything.
Beautiful. I just give my pocket watch a quick check. I'm like, all right, well, we don't want to be too late out there.
Yeah.
Oh, especially with those creatures out there. Oh,
All right,
Yeah.
let's go over the golden rule when we're walking around out there at night. What do
Albie,
we not
Albie.
do?
Albie, they learned the lesson. They learned the lesson.
I don't answer. I don't turn around and say bye.
Don't look in the
don't respond.
woods.
All right,
Don't
just making
respond.
sure we're all on the
That's
same
right.
page.
You head on out. It takes you quite a bit of time to get out there, and as you near the cabin, you see that
Did
there's.
Lexi come with us?
Oh, Lex did not.
I thought she
go
was
with you.
going home.
Okay.
She said, "I'll see
we
you
gotta get
tomorrow.
that flour.
We're gonna go to lunch tomorrow at well, I'll find you. Wait, where are you staying? You're staying at the old man's?
I'm staying with Mr. Bell. That's correct.
Okay, Mr. Bill. I'll come in. I'll come and get you there in the morning. All right.
Sounds good to me.
Maybe with that money you can get yourself a car.
I don't know
All this
about a car
walking.
out here. We'll see what I can do. And I lean over to Lexi and I'm like, he is a mighty fine looking boy. He's cute.
Thank you. He's an odd bird. He's small and all, but I think he's the real deal. You know. Seems very sincere.
What's going on? I'm leaning over to Albie. I ain't never seen that boy in the rabbit before.
He working
was
there
that?
now. He's I don't know. I think he's from France or something, or at least his family is. So, yeah, he's been here for a little bit. I've seen him a couple times, going around and working. He's newer to town than some folks, but he's a good kid.
Fair enough.
Well, I hope he is sincere for you. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Good night. I don't know what you're doing going all that direction. That seems like a scary direction. But you got a lot of help around you. You'll be good. And she heads back home toward home. And you continue your walk. You get out to where the cabin is again, and you can see the light in the window from the fire that is burning in there. So there's someone home. The fire is burning, so it's probably nice and warm. Probably a good hearty meal and everything.
Make my way up, knock on the door.
When you knock on the door sort of opens up very slowly, like just a little bit. Can you make me a perception
Auntie?
check?
Yeah. That would be a 19, sir.
You see on the doorknob, kind of on the other side of the door, there is a tangle of black hair kind of stuck to something on the door edge.
What color is Auntie's hair?
Black.
Or even black. Gray in some places, but black
Gabe,
overall.
let me look first, Gabe. Just let me look for you. All right.
What's going on?
You
All right,
see,
Gabe.
you see Gabe's hand kind of just reach around underneath his coat
Yeah.
as he just leans the door open.
And I'll read.
He's
as I'm looking.
He's stepping back so that Albie can get a good shot, and if he needs to, he can aim his gun over Albie's head.
Yeah, Albie pulls his gun out, keeps it like down, not like out, to accidentally shoot something, but like kind of leans in to make sure everything's.
And when you lean in, you see there's a big pool of blood right by the door, and a big yank of black hair that is stuck to the door, like it was like someone was almost scalped and pulled off. There is a blood stain that runs from this spot all the way back to the bedroom. And there are things moved out of the way. The fire in the fireplace is very low.
Gabe, things ain't looking good.
No, they ain't.
We got blood. Everybody be on your ready.
Let me enter first. You know I can take a hit better than
All
you.
right, let him in.
Oh,
Gabe says as he just knocks the door open hard, making sure that Angus has a clear shot through.
And Ashley just puts a hand on Thea's shoulders, like, just stay close to me, all right?
She just
Pull my
nods. She
pen.
like holds her like doctor's bag in front of her.
And there is
Zeb, you know how to
when you
use
kick
that,
the
right?
door open. I mean, it's a big door. These aren't
Dang.
like the doors of today that just sort of go bump. It moves fast, but it kind of stays open. And you realize then that there's been a bit of a tussle here, and some of the furniture has been knocked aside and whatnot. And there is nothing else you see in this room. The cord that was hanging that had the plants on it drying out, that has been ripped down. It is tangled and pulled to different pulled into the room, the back room.
Ashley, you and Thea, Zeb, stay by the door. The three of us will kind of spread out, and that way if something does get by us, you can stop it, Ashley. All right?
Yep. I got my sledgehammer, and then you see Ashley pulls out his own pistol.
Yeah. And Angus is like walking in with his like heavy rifle, but like since it's pretty close, he's probably just gonna be using it as like
He chucked up on it, yeah.
Announce yourself going in and out of rooms, guys, so that way we don't accidentally shoot.
There's
one
only
another.
two rooms: this room and the
Right.
and a
And
room
the
with the bed
bedroom.
in it.
Oh.
Right.
But still, if you
Well,
go in there and you're coming out, announce you're coming out.
Albie, wait, hold on a second. I'm going to tap him. Is it okay if I talk inside your head? I mean, is that okay?
What?
I mean,
It sounds crazy.
I got other voices in there. If you want to join in, feel free.
Yeah. What's one more, right?
mean-
What's one more, right, Albie?
That's why.
So I walk up to you, just put it on your shoulder, kind of say a quick prayer, and then I kind of whisper so you can kind of hear me whenever I'm talking. Now you can hear me in your head. So I kind of say little words like, "Can you hear me? Okay." It's gonna be a little weird, but it's just me.
Do I have to talk out loud to you, or can I talk to you in my head?
You can talk to your head, but you still have to talk out loud, I believe. So you still can. So as long as you mouth the
Alright.
words and you whisper them, I can still hear them though. So it's super quiet.
Sounds good. All right, Gus, you going in first?
Yeah, I'm mighty prepared. It's like
I'm right behind you. I got my hand on your shoulder, so that way, like, you can feel like our military tactics kicking in, where we're trained. So I'm coming in right behind you, so you know I'm right with you as you move in.
I'm gonna be coming in mighty loud, so their attention will be right on me.
Don't fire unless you have a clear shot on something, and make sure it's actually a threat. Don't accidentally shoot his auntie if she is in there hurt.
Yeah, I like kind of like peek my head through the door and Miss Pavardi, you home?
And you don't get no response. So you're now in
Here.
the living quarter, the main living quarter in the front, which is a combination kitchen, living room, sewing room, plant working room, everything except where the bed is, which is mostly just kind of a bed and a dresser in the room in the back. That's the whole house for the most part. There is a door to that is open.
And I'm just gonna be talking like outward and just like wanted to thank you for your accommodations. And like I'm just like heavy footfalls.
Real quick, on my equipment it says I have a flashlight. Could I hand him the flashlight? That
It
was
would probably be
within
more
my
of a
money.
lantern than a flashlight,
That's
unless you're
fine.
unless you're
Yeah.
a miner. Actually, you work for the mine company a lot of times. You might actually
Yeah.
have a flashlight.
So yeah, I'll hand you
Rare
here. Use my
commodity.
flashlight.
Yeah.
And
I'll like kind of look around.
Gus, when you go through, you can tell the blood has dried some. It is not fresh and wet. Now that you have actual light on it.
Are there like any like tracks or anything?
No.
The blood or anything? No bloody footprints? Nothing?
No.
But there's nobody in here you want the light on?
Nobody in here. Well, seems like it's abandoned. There's no body or anything, is there?
Well, you don't know. You haven't gone into the bedroom. That's the only room
Okay,
you haven't
okay.
gone to.
Oh, I
This
thought we were
room,
going
there's
into the
nobody
bedroom.
in this room.
All right. Well, it seems all clear in here. Or one more place to check.
Gabe, you behind me?
Behind you.
All right, Gus. Actually, if you want, because you got a shotgun, right, or rifle?
I have a heavy rifle. Yeah.
If you want, I could hold the flashlight over your shoulder to give you light, so that way you have both hands on your rifle.
That sounds good to me.
And I'll make sure the light is pointed in the direction that Gus is looking. Or not Gus. Yeah, Gus.
Yeah.
We got Gus and a Gabe, and I keep trying to mix them up. So, all right, let's go.
I'm just gonna kick down the door.
Well, the door's actually open.
Okay.
So you peek around, you see that the tangle of rope is wrapped up on what looks like the blanket that she was quilting over a lump on the bed. But the blood seems to have pooled around that.
I'm gonna use my rifle and just kind of poke the mess of like blankets and like rope.
There's something soft underneath that.
Here, I'll move it.
Yeah. As soon as I poke it, I look back towards Albie and Gabe.
Actually, Gabe, you want to move it? I got the light on it.
Yeah, I'll go. And is this a body-shaped lump?
Approximately.
Where I would figure the head would be, I'm gonna go ahead and take the quilt off of it.
Make me a perception check as you get in further in the room.
All of us?
Yeah, all of you can make it.
All right, 1 second. That is a 13 with an edge of 1, so 16.
All right, so you get in there and you feel the cool from outside, from the back. The door from this room to the back is also open. And when you are standing there and you pull the blanket back some, you see a clump of hair at the front of the blanket where you are, and you know that's your Aunt Bavati's head up there. And there's a big gash across it.
Ashley, bring Thea in here. Be aware there is blood, but we need to make sure. I want somebody who knows a little bit about medicine to check her vitals.
All right.
I got you. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Are you yelling that or are you telling?
I would tell it to you through your whisper in your head.
Okay. I'll be like, oh, all right. Do you just her to come in? Just her, right? Just.
Well, you guys can all come in.
Thea.
You can all come in.
I guess.
So,
okay, all right.
Having grown up around here, I know what kind of animals, what creatures make what kind of marks on bodies just growing up in these woods, to a fair degree at least. Does this look like it was from an animal, from a person?
Oh, it looks like an animal attack of some kind.
Okay, so it's like multiple lines up for the slash?
If you pull all the blanket down, you'll see that there are gashes across Auntie's back, her head. There's blood that is pooled down her hand, and it is dripped onto the floor. And in her hand, there is a knife you have never seen that is covered in blood also.
Okay, well, I come.
I want to tell you guys. Okay, so I'll tell them like we need. Albie says we need you in here. Thea, we said we can all come in. I assume it's for. So we didn't say for what. So we just need to get in there.
All right. She takes a big gulp and steals herself before walking into the room.
All right, and there is.
I look at the knife and I'm like, well, at least she put up a fight.
Yeah, and
Shocked otherwise.
And when you look at that knife, you see her hand twitch.
Might still be alive.
Provide.
I'm gonna close the door as we come in. I'm closing the door.
Now you said the back door is open too, yeah?
Yes.
I'm gonna go step out the back door and
All right,
just
as you go around
shine
the
the
bed,
light.
you see that on the bed or on the floor on this side, there are footprints, animal footprints.
Gabe, Gus, look at the footprints.
And they're made of blood.
Now, I have Wilderness Explorer. I know that Gus has some skills. Do we recognize what type of animal prints these might be between the three of us?
You don't. It looks like it could have been a really weirdly deformed wolf or a bear or something. It's definitely not a bear. More
Does
wolf-like or something between, like a half painter, half wolf kind of weird footprint that don't make no sense.
Does it
So
look
I have a
similar?
question.
Does it look similar to the tracks that I saw last night near my home?
Well, they're kind of messy, but yeah, maybe.
So I have an ability called Applied Observation. I can observe to study a creature, object, or location for at least one round. The next time I interact with it, possibly in the following round, a related attack such as persuading creature, attacking it, or defending it is eased. So, for example, trying to follow the tracks, would I be able to use that for this?
If that's what you're going to try and do, I would give you the benefit of that.
Okay. So yeah, I will go ahead and I'll spend the 2 intellect points. And so Gabe's gonna go real quiet as he just focuses in and gets about 1,000-yard stare as he takes in these tracks.
Well, when you look outside, you notice that in the snow, there are 2 sets of prints. There are human prints and there are beast prints.
It went after your sister, or could be working with your sister. No offense.
Do the tracks for the human set look rushed like they were trying to run, or do they look more
Yes.
even paced?
No, they look like they were running. They are
Gone.
they're
Following the
dis-
tracks.
Wait, Gus, go with him.
Nope. Gone. Following the tracks.
Ashley will follow.
Yeah, okay.
No-
Somebody
Oh,
needs to
yeah,
go with
you're-
you. Nobody goes alone.
Rolled an 18, and that's used by the intellect point, so I'm gone.
You are capable of following those tracks. What are you doing with Auntie Pavati? The rest of y'all.
I'll be looking.
Thea's,
Yeah.
Thea's gonna run on, and oh no, and then she's gonna start pulling out her doctor's bag, the herbs and things that she got from Auntie, and then she's gonna look at the head wound, and just check her, just find out where, if she has other wounds, and try to procure like which ones are like the worst.
The head one is the worst. The ones
And-
on the back are bad too, but they seem to be like the one on the head actually peeled back some of the skin and hair.
And she's
I'll be sitting there just helping, like, let me know whatever you're doing, Thea. I'll be a hand, whatever you need. I'm gonna give encouragement, so I'll make this easy. I'll make like the task of the medicine, like, whatever she's trying to make that easy for her. So I'll be saying like whatever you need. I'm not a doctor, but like but to tell me what I can do to help.
thank you.
Well, while they're doing that, I'm going to use my mystic sense to see if there's anything magical going on in this room. Presence could be the knife. It could be something with
Give
the
me
footprints.
a
I'm just
roll.
trying- I don't know if it just says you can sense
Oh,
whether
you can
there's
just
something
sense it
mystical.
automatically.
Yeah, you must
Yeah.
study an object or location closely for a minute, which I've been in here for a minute looking at everything.
Yeah, but I think somebody
So-
came in and grabbed the knife right away, didn't they? Did somebody grab the knife?
No,
Nobody
I
grabbed it.
looked
You
at
said
it.
it
and
was
just
looking
grabbed
at
it.
it.
Yeah.
To the
You said you
switch.
looked at it
That
at
knife, it looks like it is old. It is still gripped by Auntie Pavati in her hand, and it looks like it is made from some kind of wood where it has been carved, and it is aged, and that blade looks different than the kind of knives people use now.
You know what? Our guns might not do anything against that thing. This thing looks like it drew blood. Maybe I should take it out and try to catch up to them and give it to them. Gus, you go with watching them while they're doing the.
Yeah, I'll watch over them as they're taking care of Auntie
I
Pavati.
don't want Ashley, or this might be better in Ashley's hands than mine, but I don't know.
Yeah, but you know Gabe better than anybody.
Yeah, I guess I'll try to follow their footprints since they're fresh.
Yeah.
Hey, our connection lasts for about 10 minutes. So it's only for short distances. So if you get in range, you can still talk out to us.
I'll
if you
test
need
it every so often, see how far out I can reach you.
All right,
Sounds
so
good. All right.
so I just want to make sure I understand where everyone is. So, Gabe and Ashley took off out the door, following the tracks. Albie, you are now starting to follow them, following the tracks
With the
inside
dagger.
huh?
With the dagger.
With the dagger. Inside the room is still Zebediah, Gus, and Thea.
That's correct.
Yes.
All right. So, Thea, you are examining her, and
Yes.
you can tell she is not dead. She is unconscious and badly injured.
Okay. I attempted to do a charmed touch, and
Okay.
with an ease, you add. I was eased, and I have an edge.
Oh, very nice.
Dang.
Ooh.
So, but I rolled a 7. So, do I? What? I don't know what that means.
13, I believe.
Yeah, you.
Well, it means.
In a case like this, it means you have closed some of the wounds. You've pulled back the skin on her head, but she has not regained consciousness or had a sudden raising of her damage.
Okay, then I'll.
But she is no
start-
longer bleeding at the pace she was either.
Yeah, and I'll tell Zebediah. I'm like, so I got her head wound patched up.
Okay.
She's gonna need. She's probably gonna need stitches, but I did what I could for now. And we're gonna have to move her over onto her so I can hit the back, treat the back.
Okay, I can do
go
that.
over, and I just kind of just like pick her up.
And then after that, I'm gonna like.
Gus, you hear the back of your head, I'll kill you! I'll kill you!
And she's gonna take like a either scissors or a fine blade and like cut the cloth on her back away to pull that away, and then start to like take some of the salves that she gave me and start to clean the wounds and put the salves on. And I'm going to use my Cures What Ails You Perfect Remedy.
Oh, nice. So you.
Yeah.
So she's gonna restore 1d6 to any pull stat. So that's probably gonna be her might.
It would be your
So-
mind.
Yeah. And to start bandaging her up.
Yeah, you are a doctor. Like, wow, look at that work you're doing. That's wow.
Well, look at that mage.
Oh. All right, that's what I can do now. And additionally, I have Restful Presence. So those who make recovery saves in close proximity to me add a +1 to their roll.
Hey.
We might need that soon. So that's actually dang good job, Thea. Man, she's at least she's still alive and everything. Just get her some. So just wait till she wakes up. Get her some water, I assume, or something. I mean, we're just
Water,
kind
maybe some tea or something. I look around and calm her, something to calm her down. Probably get some chamomile, or I doubt she'd have actual gondol.
She has a lot of.
I'll start getting
some of
that
which you've
set
never
up.
seen.
I start like poking around the herbs.
I guess you've been here before, right? Do you know what tea she might like? I think you guys seem to know each other for a little while.
Oh, I've never. This is actually the first time she's invited me over.
Oh,
I, I believe so.
It
right?
is,
Like, because
yeah.
she's far out of like
Yeah,
town.
way out of town. Thea, can you make me an intellect check as you were going through those herbs and stuff?
We're just mighty friendly.
okay.
Just roll bad in this game. Okay. So do you? All right. I rolled a 4.
All right.
My intellect is well, it's. Do I have an edge in that?
In your,
If
you
it's
you have an
intellect.
edge in intellect rolls, and that is an intellect-based rolls. You have an edge in intellect, so yes.
Okay.
So that would bring him from a 4 to a 7,
Okay.
which is what you rolled last time. So you're smelling these things and you're feeling them, and you don't really know exactly what they all do. You kind of remember some stuff, but they've all gotten mixed up as the cable was pulled down or the rope was pulled down, and you're just not sure what's what at the moment.
All right. Well, if that's the case, I'm just gonna pick stuff that like smells like it would taste good together.
Okay. And,
So
and you're making a tea, that's the idea?
yeah,
All right, so
Yeah.
you can figure out something to make a tea that would be
yeah, at least decent tasting,
drinkable,
you know.
and not poisonous or none.
Yeah.
Out on the snow, Gabriel and Ashley charge out, and you get a few hundred yards. What are you using for light? Or do either of you have a lantern or anything, or just moonlight?
I have a lantern and a flashlight.
All right, so you are using the flashlight or the lantern, whichever one you want to use. And as you're running, hold on, I'm trying to get something. Where'd that go? The tracks from the beast are covered in. You can see that there's blood that has been on them, and as the thing was running, it has been leaving tracks in the snow that have been slowly getting smaller and smaller. But one thing that is very interesting is it's a dead still night, and these tracks are very clear and unperturbed by wind. And you take note of the creature's stride, and long and fast for sure. A couple of the footprints are so clear, and the sound out here is bright when there's any, but the sound starts to muffle away, and you find yourself next to the train tracks, and your father's lying there, gashed open. Ashley. Bleeding, of course. His head has fallen to the side, and his hand is limp with blood running down his shoulder. And it's dripping into a claw print, one of the prints. And you recognize these tracks. You recognize these tracks coming from Antipavades. And your father is not there any longer, and you see this track center in your mind as you are standing here, trying to understand where it's going.
Yeah, Ashley's at this point on the vent, like essentially hyperventilating. Which if Gabe was still nearby, he would hear that. Ashley's a big man with big lungs.
Well, Gabe didn't slow up for quite a bit, but after a bit, you end up realizing that you have lost your light.
Ashley!
Way back, you see the light.
So, am I able to follow the tracks by
Make a
just the
perception
moonlight?
check.
Oh, big money, no whammies. 16 with an edge of 1, so 19.
All right. The tracks split up here. And the tracks of the person, they were obviously lighter. They weren't as heavy as this one, as the beasts. But they seem to go on ahead, and it dawns on you that it may not have been chasing as much as tracking. Because after a while, the small footprints of the person hit some solid ground and broke from the snow a few times until eventually you find yourself underneath what is the Love's mansion on the top of the hill. And you see that there is a bit of cloth from your sister, and you see stones have been stirred about along this wall's edge. And you can't see up very far because you don't got the light. It's way back there.
I'm going to go ahead and head around to the front of the Love Mansion.
Oh, you can't get around it from here. you either climb up or you got to go all the way back around the town to get up there. It is high up, and it overlooks the hillside.
Now,
You do see light from up there from the house. But
so I'll just check on Rebecca.
you don't.
Rebecca? God damn it. All right. I'm going over the wall.
Oh, it ain't no wall. It's a bluff basically. It's a cliffside.
I'm climbing the cliff.
Okay. Ashley, what are you doing back there?
Dumb man.
I think after Gabe's initial yell, Ashley just sort of blinks at whatever vision that was. Probably this point starting to hear Albie coming up. And he just immediately quietly starts trudging towards where Gabe was.
Albie, you find Ashley first. He is standing over the twin tracks of the person and the beast.
The what?
The twin tracks, the tracks of the person
Oh.
that ran this way and the beast. One thing you do notice, Ashley, about the person's tracks, they did not slow up the entire time. And as someone who can run quite a distance, that is quite a distance to not slow up.
Mm-hmm.
You could do it because you can run, but so can this person.
Hold on. Why'd you stop? Where's Gabe?
It takes Ashley a second to even respond. You see he's
I think
far
the
more
pause, he
squared and
shakes you.
tense.
Yeah, he shakes you. Hey, Ashley.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. And you see just the farrowness in his face and eyebrows. I thought I left it all behind in Kentucky. I'm sorry.
I don't know what you're talking about. Not worried about it. You gotta find Gabe before he does something stupid. He probably is already doing something stupid. So let's. Hey, how good are you with hand knives? I'm good with knives, but are you good with knives? Is something?
I'm trained in a lot of weaponry.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm trained in it. I double check, so either one of us can use it. But I took this knife because if whatever we're dealing with, I know the knife can hurt it. We don't know if our firearms can, but this thing seems magical that Auntie had. So I took it in case this might be the only thing that we can use to defend ourselves against that thing. So let's keep that in mind. All right.
All right.
Let's go find Gabe.
Henry quote my beg to differ.
And you continue following the tracks up. You don't see Gabe. He was running. He kept going when you stopped. But you do see his tracks continuing along the tracks of these. And not too much further ahead, you see the ground rises and the footprints start to fade away. And you find yourself on the edge of a cliff face. And looking up it is the Love's mansion, which you know it's there. You've been here long enough. You know what the mansion looks like. It looks like it was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright or something. Gabriel, can I get a climbing check from you? How climby are you?
Seeing as I have edge of, I'm assuming this is a mic check, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. 17 with the edge of 1 in might.
All right. So you are climbing, and as you're going, you get about 20 feet up, maybe a third of the way, and you find there is a ledge here, and there is a part of a shoe, and you recognize the shoe. And then you see there are more rocks that have been spilled here, and you see a light from below. Ashley, you and Albie looking at the cliff face. When you look up, not only do you see the Love's mansion, you see Gabriel's face looking down at you from a ledge about 20 feet high.
What'd I tell you? Something stupid. In the middle of the night, climbing up the side of a mountain. Something
Oh,
stupid.
you would do it too.
For my sister? Yeah, I would.
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame him. I'm just saying.
Well, you coming or what? Goes right back up to climbing again.
I mean, I'm not climbing up there. Ain't got enough light out here for that. I'm surprised he got as far up as he did.
Well, you need somebody against this thing. I sort of roll up my sleeves.
I give you the knife so you can like stick it in your back. What I'll do is I'll use the light.
Stick it in my back.
But I'm saying like in your back, like in a belt. Not like actually in your back.
Just hammer space.
I'll be
Here, take it.
all along. I'll be
What I'll do though,
the entire time.
y'all need light to go up this thing as safe as possible. So what I'll do is I'll shine the light up on the side here, give you a little bit more light for where you're going. Same for him.
Yeah,
I
I
did
got
pick up Rebecca's shoe, by the way, on the way up.
my own flashlight too, so I just make sure it's tucked in a way in like my vest pocket that I get light going up, and then I start making my climb.
Can I get a climbing roll from you? That would be my based
Does-
unless you have it.
Does me using the light give Ashley a better chance of climbing?
Not enough to get a benefit. Actually, would have just been a hindrance to anyone who hadn't had it before.
That is a
So, and I do have an edge in might, so I rolled a 14
All right.
plus whatever edges.
You get up to where Gabriel was. Gabriel looks like he's been climbing up the mountain at about the same pace as you and finding ledges and stuff to, with footholds and handholds, and you see him stop for a breather at about another third of the way up, and you're there. What are you doing, Albie?
I'm just holding the light till they get up there to the top, and then I'm gonna yell out to them. I'm gonna go back to the others.
All right.
Just so y'all know, we'll meet you on the other side of the manor.
All right. The two of you get to the top after quite a bit of a climb. One thing that is obvious, even though you're climbing pretty well, Gabriel, Ashley is a climber. And by the time you get pulling your hands over the top, Ashley is pulling it over the top at about the same time. That is quite a movement.
You climb like a billy goat. You want like a goddamn billy goat up that mountain place.
Scott, can I see that before I go and just make a
you see them
mental
pull,
self-assist?
You see the two of them pull themselves over the top.
As I watch Ashley just go, I'm like, would have made a damn fine soldier. And then I turn and head back towards the cabin.
And I just sort of look at Gabe, and I had a lot of time in the woods, a lot of time to climb, a lot of time to run.
Yeah.
And my own horse, that taught me a lot more.
Back at the cabin, or actually, Albie, you start heading back, and as you're going, you know that feeling you get sometimes when you're potentially being watched?
Mm-hmm.
That's the feeling you're getting, but you get that a lot lately. It probably is nothing.
Well, I got my gun out, got my light, and I'm just moving.
Can you make me a perception check, please?
Mm-hmm.
Probably nothing. Probably just the wind.
It's never just the wind.
All right, so and that it uses which skill? That uses an intellect.
Intellect.
There you go. So I got a 15 total.
All right, so you do hear something off to your side, off to the side.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Something that seems to be moving in the same direction as you, maybe, but maybe faster than you.
What I would like to do, Scott, if you allow it, is I'd like to spend 2 of my intellect points to try to slip into the shadows, so whatever is following me might lose sight of me, making it harder for it to track me.
I'll let you do that.
Right. And that basically lets me do like a stealth roll.
Yeah.
Nice. That will be an 18.
Oh, nice. You
Yes.
slide into the shadows of some heavy trees that are there, And up ahead of you, you see from the back a creature. It is moving back towards the cabin, it looks like. It is deer-sized. It has eyes all around it. It sometimes stands on its back two, and sometimes it stands on four. Its tail looks like it is made of thorns.
I will, in my head, and in a very low whisper, try to reach out to my good old friend, Zebediah, with the mind powers that he gave me. Zeb, can you hear me?
Can I? I mean, because it's short distance. Is it close enough to where
What's
can hear
the
me again?
distance?
It just says.
Oh, it just
it
says short.
says
It's short
range.
distance. No, you're out of range.
Damn it.
It's not short distance.
I'm going to follow behind it, and when I get closer or close enough to the house, I'm going to fire my firearm in the air so that way they can hear that something's coming back that way.
Back at the house, before a shot is fired, Thea, you are doing your medicinal best on Aunt Pavati. And even though you're not bringing her around, you feel like you're keeping her from dying. She has got breath again. She is getting a little bit of warmth back that she had been losing. Zebediah and Gus, while Thea is doing this, what are the two of you doing, or in there?
Well, when she's not asking for help, because like I said, I told Thea, like, whatever you need me to do, it'll be like a nurse or something.
Yeah,
but
and she does definitely need your help for a while, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. More hot water.
Oh,
More
yep,
rags.
I got it. Oh, okay, yep.
Pass me that.
bloody.
Yeah,
Hold on.
pass me that thing.
Okay, yep.
Start mixing this up.
I think
Then
Gus
so-
is. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no. Then I'll say when I'm not doing that, I'd be just because being a natural storyteller myself, he loves hearing, knowing that Gus probably has lots of stories to tell. I just be listening to Gus because he's kind of worried. So just listen to him like talk would like kind of calm him down, like tell him stories about whatever if Gus wanted to. But yeah.
Yeah, Gus is actually kind of pacing around like the doors because like while they're working on Aunt Pavati, he's trying to keep watch of like anything that's like anything that's coming back, like waiting for like either Ashley or Albie or Gabe to come back.
So where are you pacing and waiting, in the front or the back?
The front.
All right. So
I believe that's where Albie left through, right?
No,
out
out the back.
door,
No, out the
back.
Oh, okay. Then it'll be the back.
All right. There is a little.
And I
deck
closed the
out
front
there.
door. I closed it when I came in, so I don't know if it locks
Okay.
whatever, but I made sure to close
It does lock. And you are out on the back, and at the edge of the light you get from the house, you see some movement just at the edge of the shadow. It's not much to see, but there's definitely something moving inside the shadows right on the edge of your vision.
Bring up my rifle. As like because like telling stories to Zeb, and I was just like, Lady Pavati was the one lady that I haven't gotten with in Guilty Hole. And then I hear like that rustling, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Did you hear some out there or what?
Yeah, there's something approaching.
And
I
a little
very-
further down than that, you see a little bit of light in the forest, kind of hovering and moving toward, like a pin light almost. It's so far away, but coming closer.
Does it look like a mine lamp, like similar to what like Alvy has, and like I have one as well?
Maybe it's pretty far at this point, so it just looks like a ball of light in the distance, but it could be.
You see that light there, Zeb?
Yeah, I do. Not very. Can't tell what it is, but I do. You think that? You think that's them coming back? I'm gonna try to reach out. Albie, can you? Albie, can you?
Nothing.
Can you hear me?
And then the light suddenly is blocked for a moment, and then it's unblocked.
Here, Zeb, hold this, and I like bring out my lamp, and I kind of shove it into his hands.
Okay.
Help me
Alright,
see.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
And gosh, if you don't, I'm gonna step out, see if I can get a little bit closer, but I'm just gonna be slowly like approaching.
Albie, you are following this thing, whatever it is, and out in the distance you see a little ball of light kind of come out of nowhere in the darkness, and the light suddenly is broken by something. It just goes dark between you and there, and you hear the rustling of something running, and the light in the distance goes it is lighted and then it is blocked and lighted and blocked.
I'm gonna take it. I don't want to shoot because if I miss, I might hit them from here. So I'm gonna kind of point up in the air, actually like right above, and fire to let them know something's coming towards them.
So Angus, when you step off that porch, you're stepping out there and the light is there behind you. That light in the distance, it is kind of flickering on and off, or something. Maybe not on and off, maybe blocked and unblocked. And then suddenly you hear the pitter patter of some kind of paws or claws coming your way. And you realize whatever is out there is in the dark and is hard to see. And then you hear the blam of a gun in the distance.
I'm running, by the way. After I fire, I'm running to come and help.
All right.
But you should get back up. Maybe you should get back in here. Because I heard a guy jump, and I'd say back inside. Like it's probably fine. Just
Poke my head out. What's going on? Why are we shooting things?
It's
That wasn't me. That must have been.
And you see something come out of the
Albie.
shadows that looks like, well, Thea, you recognize it.
Does my totem like go off or something?
Oh yeah.
Like, hold up
You
my
feel
totem?
like a warmth wrapping over you as this thing comes out into the light. Angus and Zeb, you see this creature that, well, I'll show you what it looks like.
no, you don't have to.
I'll show
Yeah.
you what it looks like.
Yes, please do.
Stop while you're doing that.
Is this on?
Does Ashley and
Want to attack it?
Gabe hear the gunfire in the distance as well? Because I
I'm just
mean,
gonna
I
show
figured
it
they'd be
from-
pretty loud in the mountains.
I'm going to show it for a moment, and then I'll go back because I don't have all those windows set right.
That is nasty.
That thing is nasty.
Ooh.
Yep. I mean, I got a rifle for a reason.
I got
So.
Yeah. We can see that, right? Because I'm gonna.
You do see that, and it is not a natural thing. That is for sure. In your mind, that could not be real. Maybe it's
Scott,
a
I'm
hint.
gonna say. Oh, sorry. Go.
I was just saying. I was just curious if Ashley and Gabe hear the gunfire as well. Because I would assume they probably would in these mountains.
No, they're pretty far by this time.
Are
Yeah.
they? Okay.
Yeah, it took you
as
some
soon
time
as-
to get here.
As soon as I get a glimpse, like my jaw drops. I'm like, oh, the Lord. And I bring up my gun.
And I
I'm
say,
just-
It is charging
it's-
at you, by the way, Gus.
yeah,
It's
as soon
coming
as I
right
see
at
it,
you.
I'm like, as soon as I get a glimpse of it, like get like a good view of it, I'm gonna shoot.
All right, you get a shot. Get a shot off. What are you doing, Zeb, while he's aiming his gun?
I'm saying. So look at the thing, kind of shaking the lantern, shaking like, demon, you don't belong here. You need to get. And I'm going to use them, shake the bones, and so it's going to just say like it's going to sound really really deep to this whatever this thing is, and so yeah,
All right.
I'm going to
You can
attack
do
it too with
also.
that.
You also get that.
Do I need to roll?
You do. Both of you do. Gus, what kind of gun are you shooting with?
I have a heavy rifle.
Not a shotgun, right? It's just a It's
No.
a rifle. One shot.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like just.
Make me your attack roll.
Great.
Mine was terrible too.
I used my EXP to re-roll, but I rolled an 8 plus my edge, so I think
nice.
that's 11. No, that's 11.
Yeah, it does not slow down from that. You don't know whether you hit, but it did not make it slow down. Zebediah, what about you?
It was low, so I'm just a 5 with an edge, but and I'll just say that like I'm still pretty scared, still trying to think it'll be stronger, so that's like maybe I didn't put enough prayer, but enough strength into it. So
I'll be back where you are. You see that the tree right next to where you are just got hit by rifle fire as you are running up from behind, and you continue running. You're on mute.
Damn it, Gus, it's me. Watch out.
Yeah, like Gus is just like repeating to himself, like, "Oh the Lord, and just it's like.
And with that, Scott, what I will do is I will move in a zigzag, like at a different angle to like, I'm still running straight, but to get out of where he might be firing.
Okay. To not be directly running directly behind this thing.
Exactly.
So you are not the target of a miss.
Exactly.
All right. Sorry about that. The beast made a sound. Maybe it's just a dog, a big dog.
sounds adorable. Yeah, we all freaking out for it. It's a dog. Come on.
It's just
A
a big
dog with a
spooky
long
dog.
curly tongue and a bunch of eyes. There ain't nothing wrong with that. That pup's, been in the mines too long, maybe.
Thea, what are you doing?
She's gonna panic and then look around the room and so we have the bedroom door.
Yes, and it is open because Zeb and Gus are out there. I mean, you could close it if you wanted, but that'd be up to you.
I think panic. She's just gonna she's gonna close the door and then I don't know, like move any furniture she can in front of it. Like if there's a dresser, she's moving it. If there's a chest, she's moving it. If there's just a chair, she's moving it. Like she's just
You ain't getting back in here, boys.
You're going to get back inside. Never mind.
You're barricading.
Yeah, she's barricading the door. And then she's gonna look around. I mean, imagine that's what she's doing, but she's like after that's barricaded, she's like, okay, now what? She's gonna actually look around Auntie's room for like some type of, I don't know, like book on like. She's gonna. I mean, in her mind, she's like, well, she's a like practitioner of healing and magic, I guess. So she probably has like a book of notes. So she's gonna try to look around and see if she can find like a book of notes that Auntie has to try to find something that could hurt this thing with, because she saw it get shot and it didn't blink. So she's like, oh no.
And you hear from the back of the room after you barricade, you got to let them in. You can't keep them out there. And you hear the voice of Aunt Pavati from behind you. And she has dragged herself across the floor and is still bleeding all over the place, but she is conscious barely.
Don't go moving around. I just patched you up. And then she starts hauling all the stuff away from the door.
Back outside, you have time to reload one time, Gus, before it is upon you. Good thing it was a pretty long run. Zebediah, what are you doing while this is happening? You hear a lot of shuffling, by the way, from behind you. Not that it matters too much at the moment.
So yeah, this thing. So I'm gonna try to hit it again with the power of the Lord. So I'm just gonna say a prayer like, Lord, please. I'm gonna try to tell this thing to get again.
I'm gonna,
Yeah.
All right, do it.
and I'm gonna shoot
Shake
it.
the bones.
Well, okay.
And what about you, Gus? You look like you hit something.
I hit something real good. I rolled a nat 20.
Oh, very
Ooh,
nice.
yes.
Extra damage and everything.
Yeah.
Albie, you hear a gunshot go off again, and you hear the sound of, well, you have heard the sounds of like that in your wartime experience, and it is a sickening sound of metal on flesh. And it kind of brings you back to that moment when you were going into combat, and shooting just happening to be everywhere, and pain was everywhere, and you see that thing stumble for a moment, and what are you doing when you see it do that?
It stumbled from his shot, right?
Seemed to be, yeah.
I'm gonna hit it with my firearm, my heavy pistol,
All right,
or at least attempt to. I'm gonna attempt
You can
to
shoot.
hit it
shoot at it.
as I'm moving. Let's see here. All right. Come on. And that will be a 12. And do you use speed for firearms?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't have an edge in that, so. But what about my effort? Effort is what?
You can apply
it costs
effort.
But it costs you what? Two of your
Yes.
speed?
2 of your
Yeah.
speed.
I will do that. I will do effort.
So that brings your 12 to a 15. And you feel it penetrate and hit that thing too. It does not stop,
Yeah. All right.
but you know that it got hit. Thea, you
Not
hear where's my knife? It'll work on it. You got my knife?
Did I see Albie take it?
You did.
Albie took it because he thought the creature was gone outside.
Oh, we got to get them in here. And then she slides to the floor, like just not able to continue.
Okay, I'll bring him in, and then you stay there. And then she throws open the door if she has, like, it just, she moves stuff just enough to get, like, squeezed through. And then she runs to, Angus is outside, right? With
Angus and
Albie.
Zebediah are outside. And when you open that door, this thing is coming barreling in towards all of them just fast.
Can I say something with the shot that I made?
Yeah.
Because with the
You can have an effect, yes.
I can have an effect. Can we say that I shot him in the leg, so it would cause him to like either be like stunned or like stumble or like
Yeah, it
stop
stumbles.
for a bit? Okay.
It stumbles and gives you probably time to reload and get another shot off. And but you also see now Albie coming up from the side with
You better get in here mighty quick. And I'm like just
Working
like,
my way.
screaming. Yeah.
Thea, make me an intellect roll.
That's a 9
All right.
with an edge of 1.
You feel like that beast out there is looking at you with its eyes. It's hard to know exactly, but it just feels like it.
She doesn't like that idea, but she'll scoot to the door and shout, "The knife! The knife! Gus, you need the knife!"
I gave that to Ashley.
Just like loading up the gun.
And this thing had fallen, and you see it getting up, and you hear like a.
Do I hear it? Did I hear Albie say? Oh, great. Did I
Yeah.
hear Albie say it's Ashley has it?
Yeah, you did.
Who has which one of us has the staff, the cane, or the scepter, or whatever you want to call it?
Oh yeah, like the stick that the kids are using.
Mm-hmm.
What about that stick we found? Will that do anything to it? Crack it with it? It's magical.
I don't know. I go back and I run back over to Auntie. I'm like, what about me?
She's unconscious again.
Oh, great. I don't know. Just whack it.
Use the stick. Use the stick.
I'm gonna just shout encouragement to Gus, like, because I'm no good doing it myself. So I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm here to help other people. So I'm just gonna be like, Gus, is shoot that thing again. Come on, kill it. So I'm gonna give Gus encouragement because I'm like, I can't attack nothing, so I can at least help someone else.
Okay.
Yeah, it resets and starts running. Gus, the odd thing is it turns away from you all and starts running at Albie, who is more exposed and out here in the not so near the home.
I'm gonna try to shoot it before it gets to Albie. And what does the encouragement do?
It's easier now.
Yeah,
Like it's
an ease.
you get
Okay.
+3 to your roll.
Okay. Awesome. Amazing. Ah. Don't even need it. That's a 19 on the die.
With a 19, you would get
With my
additional
encouragement.
damage and an effect again.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm just gonna go for the actually no. Yeah, I should go for the. Yeah, I'm gonna try to shoot him like square in the chest in the hopes to knock him back.
All right, and you hit it hard. Your gun is hitting him with quite velocity tonight. It knocks it past Albie just before it was gonna pounce. Albie, you see this thing rise up, and then suddenly it is pushed back by the ferocious shot of Gus.
Gus kind of mutters to himself, and he's like, "They said I was too old to be in the army."
I'm running, and then I if I can, I'll point back and try to shoot it again, just to and more
Yeah,
damage.
you
to the-
can. I mean, you'll be hindered by 2, so you can do it though.
Let's see here. I'll use effort.
Nat
again.
20. Come on.
Hindered by 1.
It's a 14.
All right. So
I wish it was a nat 20.
yeah, you shoot at it, and you don't know whether you hit it because you were running and basically firing while you run. You hit the edge of the deck with where Angus and Zebediah are, and you realize it is running right up behind you almost. Gus, you do
Get
not
inside!
have time to reload. Zeb, what are you doing actually? But the door is open.
I mean, so yeah, so I mean, because I'd be closer in, so I'd just be, because I know they said to come in, so I'd be, yeah, but I would encourage who's ever closest. Who's the farthest away? Albie? Who's farthest away now?
Albie's the furthest.
I'm like, come on, Albie, use them legs and get up in here. Like, you, come on, I know you're quick. Get up in here, please.
Hell, you think
Because
I'm
I'm
doing?
encourage him to, I'm
Yeah, he's
encouraging him to
running,
run as
he's
fast as he
jumping,
can.
he is
so-
leaping at that deck.
Yeah, I'm doing encouragement on him to get in as quick as he can. So helping him to encouragement in regards to running.
All right.
So
Can I
Yep.
get a speed roll from you, please, Zebediah? To pull him in
Me?
and close
Oh.
the door before.
okay, yeah.
Now,
Whoa.
Scott, I have a question.
Okay.
I don't know if this would be anything with this. I have danger sense. It's 1 speed point. Your initiative task is eased. You pay the cost each time
Yeah.
the ability is used. Would that help in this kind of situation?
It would help, yeah. It would ease
Yeah.
the speed check of Zebediah.
then
I'll give you that.
I'll eat my speed check.
Okay, thanks. I need to start giving myself encouragement. All right, ooh, wow, finally a good roll. So that's an 18. There we go.
Nice.
I can open doors at least, guys. So, and
Make your speed roll, Albie.
Oh boy.
that's easy for you because I ease it. Well,
Yeah,
I'm easy for you. Yeah.
Well, that's good because that's a 13 naturally. So.
All right. It is in the nick of time. The 3 of you get up on that deck and are able to get inside the door. Thea is there with the handle ready to pull and pulls it. And as it pulls, and the door almost buckles.
Give me that damn stick. I'm gonna bust that thing in the head if it comes in here.
Wait. Where's Ashley? Where's
Where's
Back-
Gabe?
Gabriel? Where's Gabe?
Back on the
Damn
hilltop.
Back on the mountaintop.
towards the Love Manor.
What
Yeah.
are they doing over there?
Hold on, I gotta go.
That's where the tracks led. The tracks led. We went that way. I found Ashley. I gave Ashley the knife, thinking this thing might have followed his sister up the mountain, and that way Ashley and Gabe would have it to protect themselves if they encountered the thing, not realizing that it backpedaled and came this way.
Yeah, it seemed like
Otherwise,
the cliff face was too much for it to climb. It does not look like a climbing animal.
Yeah, it seemed like that cliff face was too much for it to climb, so I guess it came back.
They were
this
there.
way.
I mean, I'm glad at least they have each other. I mean, two of the strongest people, but that's still all right. That's
Doesn't bode well for us.
When you
Well,
pull,
but maybe that stick will do something.
when the two of you pull yourselves up on the edge of that cliff face, you are standing in front of Love Mansion. It's perched on the contours of the hillside, and it unfolds like a harmonious ode to nature in architecture speak.
Oh.
Its lines integrate into the natural slope, and the exterior is clad in warm, earthy hues and woods, punctuated by broad expanses of glass.
Gabriel
there are
sneers at
terraces.
all of it.
The
Rich people.
terraces extend gracefully over the panoramic vista and over the cliff face, overlooking the town, and interestingly, away from the mine. Looking into the mansion glass, though, there are game trophies on the walls: deer, bear, wolf, coyote, raccoon, possum, stuffed birds, and snakes. There's a trophy case with metal figurines of old warriors of old, ladies, exotic animals like fish, crabs, and tentacled things, and warming all that. And within all that, hidden away, there are little picture frames of dried bugs and flowers and things like that, along with a case with sports trophies for shooting, driving, archery, and bowling. You ain't never tried bowling, but you know what it is. And you see a woman come out on the terrace. Is one of you Mr. Crow?
That would be me.
Oh, come. I'm
Is
Jennifer.
Rebecca here?
Yeah, your sister's all right. She was scraped up coming up the mountainside. She's inside having a dope. Would y'all like to come on in?
That'd be mighty appreciated. Actually, something attacked my auntie. Do we have any active? Do you have a? I need to get myself to town. I need to round up something for help. If she's safe here,
I could have my driver take you down if you need. That might be.
if you don't mind, we would greatly appreciate. Actually, if you don't mind, if you could try to take us back over to my auntie's place. We have some people there who are fixing to help her, and
Sure.
I just wanted to make sure she was okay.
Well, I mean, she needs a moment to recuperate still, I think.
If possible, we'll just tell him to come back. If you could have him drop her off at the Crow residence, I would be mightily appreciative.
I can do that for sure.
Thank you so much.
And she opens the gate to the terrace that overlooks it, and you can go into the house from there rather than going around to the front. Oh, pardon the mess, she says, and there's no mess. Can I get a
Right.
perception check from both of you, please?
Natural 20.
Hey.
So you notice on the chair in the kitchen that there is a seersucker coat that is identical to the man on the tracks that you had seen earlier, previous day. Aren't you one of those? Well, here, let me get you to her. And she brings you into the living room, and your sister is there shaking up, having some tea, and she also has some cookies or something right there with her, crackers or whatever, but not really eating them. And she gets up and she runs over to you and gives you a big hug.
Wrapping her up in it. What happened?
Something came in and tried to kill us. Is Auntie okay? Is Auntie okay?
My friends are there. Miss Thea's taking care of her right now. From when I left, I saw that the tracks went off after you. I had to make sure you were okay. Mr. Ashley and I about our Marco make our ways back down to there again. You're going to wait here, and then the Lovins driver is going to take you home, okay?
Okay, I think it was a wolf, like the biggest wolf I ever seen.
Let me guess, it had eyes all over it?
Oh, I didn't look at that close.
Good, don't.
No, when it attacked, Auntie shoved me out the door and told me to run. And honestly, I didn't
did a
even
good
know she
job.
carried a weapon. She had a knife or something on her. Like,
Oh, you know Auntie's old and crafty like that.
yeah.
But did it get you at all? I knew it was following you.
No, I didn't even know it was following me. I just couldn't stop running. And when I ran into the cliff, I just did what I thought. If it's a dog, it can't climb, so I climbed. Or a wolf, they ain't no climbers. If it was a painter or if it was a bear, I might have been in a lot more trouble, I guess.
But no, you did just what you were supposed to do. So,
All right.
now go ahead and, you're all right. You're
Yeah,
okay, and I'll be home once I'm sure Auntie's okay.
All right. And the lady comes in. She says, the driver's ready for you, miss. Yeah, just tell him where you want to go, and he'll take you right there. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. You've been so kind. I love your home, by the way. It's very pretty. Thank you. All this stuff my father had done. I ain't no murderer of animals like that, but when your paw is gone, you keep the trophies around, I suppose.
Need something to remember him around.
Yeah. You're one of those war hero boys, ain't you? You look familiar.
War heroes. No, the heroes didn't make it home, but I fought over there.
What was it like? And your sister goes out and is with the driver, who he has like a hat and a bow tie and driving gloves and everything. And you hear the automobile out there start up. You hear it start driving down the road. So what was it like over there in the war?
And it was just gave size.
I heard from my friends in Europe that there were parties and celebrations galore, champagne flowing like water, just the bee's knees. Were you seeing some of that too?
Oh, not where I was at, but I did hear about there being some places where it was.
Oh.
I heard afterwards is when most of that champagne got open, but people like doing things afterwards to celebrate things being done, especially the hard things.
Well, if you'd like, I got some something to snack on if you're hungry, or would you like me to drive you down to town to? You said you had to pick up your friends or something. I just
need to go finish checking on my aunties real quick. That's all.
Let me get the car. I'll pull the car around. I know how to drive too. Have you ever? You've probably been in a car. You were in war, of course. What are those things
I've ridden in them.
Jeeps.
Jeeps, yeah, Jeeps and trucks, yeah.
Yeah, I ain't got no Jeep, but I do have a couple automobiles. Come on, let's go. You don't speak much, do you, sir?
No.
And you get out, and there is an automobile, and it's kind of a roadster. It's only got there's a little thin back seat, but there's a kind of big front seat. I'm sorry.
I'll sit in the back. I pat Ashton on the shoulder. I'll be in the back.
And she gets in the car, and she drives this thing like it's like it's nothing. And she moves at a pretty good pace, pretty good clip. Not as fast as a train at full speed, of course, but pretty fast for a non-trained vehicle. It is a little disconcerting, though. This is the first time you've ever been in a car, in an automobile with Ashley.
Miss Levin, I will say this with all due respect. You drive like the devil himself's on your wheels.
I gotta say, I kind of love speed. And she gets around a corner and turns it pretty fast. It like feels like the car kind of leans a little as you take that turn. Trains don't do that. They got too much mass and stability for that kind of thing. Unless the tracks are made poorly. None of the B&O would do that. And you get around the town and pull around to Auntie Pavati's. Back at Auntie Pavati's, there was that boom on the door, and then there was silence out there, and you actually hear a little wind kick up for the first time, and there's a cold that kind of seeps under the door.
And as it seems like, I'm like, yeah, get out of here, get.
And at the
Gus
window,
would be bracing the door.
at the bedroom
Can
window.
I like? I want to like grab a blanket or a curtain or anything and just like push it against the door to like block, because she's like, I don't know, this thing could turn into air. Like,
And Thea, as you're doing that, you're kind of looking around and you see at the window eyes looking at you, and then they disappear. They just kind of slink away from the door, from the window. You're the only one that saw it, though.
I think it's after me.
Shit, I don't know. When it was out there, it seemed like it was after me.
Well, wait, Thea, why do you say that? What makes you?
Did you see it, Miss Thea?
I point at the window. It's not right over there.
There's nothing there.
Yeah, I point my gun and look.
Nothing there.
It's just how it, looks at me.
And
Like a
you
favorite.
hear.
Why would it be after you though? Oh, sorry, Scott.
No, it's okay.
Alone.
Been after her since he saw it.
And you hear an unusual sound in the distance, like the sound of a machine.
I'd recognize that sound, wouldn't I? I mean, I've been around the vehicles too.
Yeah, you hear an
Yes.
automobile.
It's one of those automobiles coming this way.
Those
Right.
creatures can't drive, right?